Hey, it's Chris from that station, Inside Studio J, presented by Come Here and See. My guest, Iron and Wine. Well, that's what you're known as, really, but you're Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot.
I'm not sure what the official greeting is for a day where you release a new album. Like, is it Happy Release Day or Happy New Album Day or
Baby Music Day?
Baby Music Day.
Baby Music Born Day.
Light Verse is out in the world as of right now. How's that feel?
It feels great. Yeah. We recorded a year and a half ago, maybe. Well, around that.
Yeah.
Maybe that. And so it's always great to finally, make the little handshake with the world. And
Did you stay up till midnight? Did you wait until like 12:01 to make sure it was on all the platforms?
I wish.
You didn't?
No, I did not.
What was the first thing you did when you got out of bed this morning, though? Check for metrics or no? None of that?
I don't think it really says anything about my professional attitude. But I will admit that I did not check them.
No. Well,
I'm just hoping for the best.
That's good. Well, I'm sure it's great. The songs that have been out that I've heard, I think, are really great.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
we
Chris.
played a couple of them. Let's talk about Light Verse.
Sure.
You mentioned to me prior that it took you about a year and a half to work on that record, so it must feel like you've been living with it for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just the way that promo cycles go these days. It's hard to... it's not like it used to be where you record something and then just... If you're going to do it through the labels and stuff, you can put it up on your own site,
right?
Within an hour. Yeah. But most of the time it just takes a while to let people know that you have something coming. It just takes a while. So I mean, it didn't take us long to make the record, but sometimes we end up sitting on them for a little while. That's all right.
Okay, let's talk about the pandemic because it sounds like for you, that was a challenging time for you. You were sort of disconnected from being able to write. Create.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I was alone. Well, I mean, but at the same time, some people were really inspired by it and had some really incredible things to say. I felt like I had nothing to say, and so I just sort of stopped saying things and just let the time pass. I just for some reason I don't get a lot of creative energy out of that kind of anxiety. So it took its toll. I mean, I had some dry spells before, and so I wasn't worried about it not coming back or something. I was just worried about how things were going to play out in the world.
What brought you back? What was the pivot point?
So, eventually, things started to open up a bit, and I did a little bit of recording. I recorded some songs by a writer named Lori McKenna, which are she's really great. So I went to studio and recorded in Memphis and recorded some stuff with some friends, and then I was on tour with Andrew Bird for a while in the summer.
Yeah, you were here at Coca Booth, I think.
We did.
You played here. Yeah.
We played to the lightning.
Yes.
The lightning. All the lightnings came to the show.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. And then, so that kind of just sort of loosened me up, and just spending time with friends and musical companionship just sort of gets the wheels turning. And so a couple months after that, I went back in the studio, and that's it.
That became Light Verse?
Yeah.
Where did you record the album?
This one was the first record I ever made in Los Angeles. Seems like a great place to record music. A lot of people do it, but it took me a while to get there. I had met a lot of musicians from there over the years. Some people that were already in my band, and some people I had met along the way that I just really wanted to take full advantage of.
How did you and Fiona Apple come together? Because she's on the single we're currently playing from you.
Yeah, she was generous enough to lend her golden pipes to All in Good Time. Like I was mentioning, some of the people in my band are from L.A., and those are like Sebastian Steinberg, plays the bass. He's actually in her band as well, and David Garza, who plays on the record, is in her band. And almost the whole reason that I was there, or recording at least at the Way Station with Dave Way at his house, was because they had made her last few records there, and Sebastian was in my ear, man, you gotta go play. You got to go do something with Dave. He's great. And I was like, okay. And it turns out he was right.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of mutual friends.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How important is location in recording music? Does that impact the sound of a record?
I mean, some more, overtly than others. I mean, I look for a place that has a lot of talented people that I want to play with.
Yeah.
I like buying one plane ticket rather than a lot. And so the vibe or whatever is, I like to be comfortable, but I'm not like looking for something to tell me what to play, like a place to tell me what to play. It's kind of all mapped out for the most part. I'm just looking for talent.
Are the songs on the new album written from your perspective personally, or are they observational?
I mean, I think all my songs are a big mix of both of those things. I mean, I wouldn't, they're not diary kind of autobiography songs, but we all songwriters, we dip into our personal life, to give a ring of truth.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back a little bit. You're originally from South Carolina.
That's right. Yeah.
And then there's a connection to Band of Horses.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, Ben and I grew up in the same town. His older brother, Mike, was one of my best friends in school growing up. And so, Ben and I have known each other for a long time. And he had a band. He moved to Seattle and had a band, was doing music. And we were just, we stayed in touch. And when this band called Carissa's Weird, he had like in the late 90s, early aughts. They were talking to Sub Pop about putting their music out, and he just put my stuff in their ear, and they called me. And so I've owed Ben a debt of gratitude forever. But we keep in touch pretty well.
Did you always want to write music? Was that something you were doing from a very early age?
No, I mean, I've always enjoyed music, listening to music. I was always like a art class drawing person. I went to art school, and that was always where I put my creative energy and listened to a lot of music.
So you were a visual storyteller first.
And then, I don't know, enjoyed creative writing, here and there, but never really took it very seriously. And then at some point when I was in grad school, there was a lot of recording equipment around, and I got my hands on a 4-track, and then it became not only just writing something for an assignment or sitting around noodling around with a guitar and then putting it down and doing something else. It became shaping something and revising and editing and making something.
You just reminded me of something.
Uh-oh.
Didn't you release a couple of years ago a bunch of raw performances from when you were in school? Like we were in Florida, I think, right? Yeah. You were in college?
Yeah, those are some of the first things I ever did.
How was it easy to find those things, or did you literally go like, oh my gosh, look, I have all this audio that I forgot that I had?
I mean, I tried to forget about it, probably, but it was around.
That's right. I forgot you did that.
Yeah. I have a thing called the Archive series where you're sort of like, when it comes time, when I don't have much to say, and I'm looking for something to say, I just look and see what's left in the closet.
Well, you're a busy guy. You've got quite the family. I mean, you've got 5 girls, right?
5 girls, yeah. Yep.
That sounds like fun. I've only got one.
Wait, what'd you say? One is intense too. I mean, my kids are older now, so they're not quite so intense.
I gotcha.
They're intense in different ways.
Yeah. Well, Sam, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations on the release of Light Verse.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you again in August.
Can't wait.